The strangest thing about Garama is that some of its most important architecture was not built upward, but downward. Beneath the desert surface, the Garamantes dug channels that carried groundwater towards their fields and settlements. These were not rivers in the ordinary sense. They were engineered passages often compared to qanats, or fogara systems known in different forms across dry regions of the ancient world. They worked by tapping underground water and guiding it gently downhill, so it could emerge where people needed it. In the Fezzan this mattered enormously. The Sahara was not empty, but it was demanding. Rainfall was scarce, surface water was unreliable. To support permanent communities, the Garamantes needed more than luck. They needed planning. Archaeological surveys have found traces of settlements, fields, cemeteries, and irrigation works across the Garamantian heartland. The surviving evidence suggests a society far more complex than the old outsider descriptions allowed. Garama was not just a lonely oasis town, it was part of a managed landscape. Water allowed crops to grow, crops supported people. People supported rulers, workers, traders and specialists. From that foundation, power could spread across the desert, and the engineering itself tells a quiet story. Digging underground channels was exhausting work. The passages had to be planned, cut, maintained and cleared. Vertical shafts were used to reach the tunnels. If the gradient was wrong, the water would not flow properly. If the system failed, fields could dry. So, behind the mystery of the lost city is something more human. Labour organisation knowledge passed from one generation to another. The Garamantes also appear in Roman-era history because they lived near the southern edge of Rome's North African world. Sometimes they were treated as a threat, sometimes as trading partners, sometimes simply as a people beyond imperial control. That borderland position made them powerful in a different way. They knew the desert, they knew the routes, they knew how to survive where empires hesitated. But their strength had a dangerous foundation. The water they drew was not quickly renewed by annual rains. Much of it came from ancient underground reserves built up under earlier climatic conditions. In other words, Garama's brilliance may also have contained its weakness. The same system that made the city possible slowly tied its future to a vanishing inheritance beneath the sand. And once that hidden inheritance began to fail, the desert would ask for payment,